Ramat David Airbase was hit. Now, this quotation is actually coming directly from Hezbollah. This is not something I'm saying. The exact word that was used by Hezbollah was hit, quote unquote. Obviously, they said it in Arabic, but that's exactly what they have said. It was hit. It's a big thing because this airbase, Ramat David Airbase, is the most important airbase for Israel when it comes to carrying out strikes against the Hezbollah group in Lebanon. I'm going to be zooming in so you know where it is, the importance of this airbase for Israel. As you can see on the map right here, Ramat David camp. This is where the airbase is, and again, this is something very, very important. It's the northern side of Israel, very close to Lebanon. This is the airbase where their fighter jets, they take off to carry out those airstrikes in Lebanon that we have seen in the recent time. Now, Hezbollah, they continue to bomb this Israeli military site along with other sites. Hezbollah launched second attack on Israeli air forces. Ramat David Air Base was hit. Hezbollah, they have fired back-to-back rockets at crucial air base in northern Israel. This is the second attack by Hezbollah on Ramat David Base in the last 2 days, which obviously shows that this air base for Hezbollah is creating some real problem, as we have seen how civilians are getting killed by this attacks coming from Israeli fighter jets. They are indiscriminately killing people, and so Hezbollah is targeting where it should hurt the most. It is the northmost IAF base, Israeli Air Force base in Israel, with fighter jets. They have fighter jets, UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, means the drones and all those, and helicopters. So this base, it hosts all different kind of military operation and military weapons, including UAVs, helicopters, and fighter jets. It has been the main base of Israel Air Force operations against Lebanon for years. It is not just the base that was used recently that we have seen the strikes, but this is a base where Israeli military, they depend on their protection from Hezbollah for years. In fact, as per reports, this is the base from where several Israeli jets take off for operation against Lebanon in the current conflict with Hezbollah. In July, now you can ask me why this base can be easily targeted by Hezbollah. I mean, do they not have secrecy? Israel, are they not protecting these air bases? How come these air bases, especially Ramat Air Base, is open for attack? Well, I'll show you this picture. So if you see this picture, you know what I mean. This is a picture that was published by Hezbollah in July, and this was a picture that was taken from a drone that Hezbollah sent over the this airbase. So the Ramat airbase, this is the Ramat airbase. Okay, this is probably a runway or something, but this is the Ramat airbase. What happens is, once they captured those photos from those drones, they have been able to gather a lot of sensitive information. I will share that with you in a second, but let's see what happened in July. So in July, Hezbollah, they published footage of Ramat David Base filmed using UAV, okay, undetected UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle. The drone footage helped Hezbollah get access to sensitive information about the base. Hezbollah fighters have also attacked Megiddo military airport. So as I said in the beginning of this video, they're targeting multiple sites. The attack, an attempt to dent Israel's aerial strike operations against Lebanon. IDF also hit Israeli sites in their airstrikes. Again, these military fighter jets, they are still taking off, looks like to me, some of them from this military site, from this airbase, David Ramat airbase. However, what you will see in the coming days is that the Israeli strike, military strike on Lebanon, on Hezbollah, may slow down a little bit, but they do want to push Hezbollah to agree to a ceasefire. Remember, I mentioned to you guys on the, I believe it's Shimona, Kiryat Shimona, the place where 60,000 Israelis have been displaced. Netanyahu is making it his #1 priority to send those residents back. How he does that? Obviously, in this current situation, before the escalation, before the pager attack, situation was pretty normal, pretty stable for Hezbollah. They were attacking whenever they would feel like. Means they were not on the defensive, they were on the offensive so far. So what Israel did to return the 60,000 people back to Kiryat Shmona, that particular northern side of Israel, they launched these pager attacks and then the walkie-talkie attack to force Hezbollah to go on an all-out war. And they took Israeli military, they took full advantage of that by bombing innocent civilians to corner Hezbollah to a position of negotiating a ceasefire. You are hearing it right. So their strategy to have those 60,000 people return to their places is to by making Hezbollah agreeing to a ceasefire, where Hezbollah will not come every day, or once a week or twice a week or 3 or 4 days a week and attack those people. Because once you reach a ceasefire, a formal ceasefire, then you are not allowed to attack anymore because, you're breaking your agreement. So they don't want to do that. Therefore, Israel, for Netanyahu, the best way to defend this land, Kiryat Shmona, and have these 60,000 people back was to go on the offensive, attack Hezbollah, kill their civilians, kill their members if they can, and then make them agree to a ceasefire where these 60,000 people will go back and live in peace. That was the main reason why this pager attack, those walkie-talkie attacks took place. Okay. However, now what we are seeing is something completely shocking. Because Hezbollah has this footage from the Ramat David Airbase, this one, the one I just showed you, because they have this footage, they know exactly where the sensitive information or where the fighter jets are, where the UAVs are, where the helicopters are. They have a lot more knowledge, in other words, about the Ramat David Airbase than they had in the past. They have now a lot more information. So because of that, they are now attacking this airbase. If Hezbollah can neutralize or make this airport completely destroyed, then it is going to be a huge nightmare for Israel, because they will lose the leverage of going on the offensive against Hezbollah to make them agree to a ceasefire. You see my point? So they need this airbase. They need this airbase to pound on Hezbollah, to pound on Lebanon, and kill civilians in order to get a deal. Once this airport is gone, they will be obliterated. Israel will not have any control over the narrative. They will not have any control over the situation. And this is why, guys, US is sending extra additional, whatever you call it, troops in the Middle East. They already have, as I said, 40,000 troops, military troops, US. But now they're sending extra. Why? Because they know, US knows, that this is not going Israel's way at the moment. Hezbollah has information about the military base, and they're targeting it, and they're destroying it. I have some photos, but I'm not going to be sharing those photos where planes are on fire, jets are on fire, because YouTube will flag me. But I have evidence. You can ask me, what is your evidence? You can just Google it. You should be able to see them. But because of this, this attack on this military base, now Israel is absolutely finding no way to get out of the situation and find a solution for those 60,000 residents. Those 60,000 people, residents, they will turn against the government today or tomorrow, because it's been 1 year since they were displaced. They are not finding any home. They're becoming homeless, and the government has to pay. Government has to take care of them, providing all kind of support. And this is costing Israeli government a lot of money. And we know that economy is bleeding at the moment. The businesses, 40,000 businesses were closed. They went bankrupt. Their big companies are going bankrupt. Their economy right now is in a shamble. Israeli economy is gone. This war is just making it much worse. And all of it because Netanyahu, he wants to save himself. Thanks to, the Israeli Zionists, the lunatics who don't see it. And so, so therefore it is becoming a nightmare. So at the same time, I just want to actually make mention of a few of the things that I have already discussed. this is the first time now Hezbollah is not just attacking these military bases only, but right now what they are doing, if you go with this map here, this is West Bank. Okay, you can see West Bank here. So this is West Bank. West Bank did not come under attack from Hezbollah throughout this conflict. This is now the first time that Hezbollah rockets, because they are so long ranged, they can reach to the south now. They're now able to attack West Bank and creating so much problem for Israel, because now they have to deal with the north and now they have to deal with the West Bank. Now they will very soon have to deal with the south altogether. So Hezbollah, they attacked West Bank for the first time since October 8th. Long-range rockets from Lebanon hit central Israel. Rocket sirens blares across West Bank settlements, including Karnai, Shimon, Ariel. IDF will provide more details. They have not done it yet, but fresh rocket sirens have also been triggered in towns surrounding Haifa. Northern Israel, sirens are activated in the Kriot area, including Kiryat Bailik, Kiryat Motskin, Kiryat Yam, and Acre. Israel also launched massive attack. We know they have killed a lot of people, hundreds of civilians. These are all innocent people. They do not have any idea where Hezbollah fighters are. They had some idea, so they took advantage of that. They have aerial superiority. Israeli Air Force is, because Lebanon doesn't, Hezbollah doesn't have an air force. Can you imagine if Hezbollah had an air force? Today we'll see Israel just, vanishing in front of our eyes. Earlier, Hezbollah fires 35 rockets at northern Israel in fresh barrage. Several impacts were identified as some of the rockets dodged Israeli air defense and in Safed. So the air defense is something that we should talk. Right now, Iron Dome has become worse than a paper dome. Okay, Iron Dome has become worse than a paper dome. Why I'm saying this is because, guys, Iron Dome is not able to protect Israel anymore because of those rockets. Now, keep in mind though, Hezbollah has 150,000 rockets in their arsenal. So you can imagine if they unleash all of this on Israel, what will happen? The Iron Dome, the Paper Dome, all of this Patriot missile system, whatever they have will be just overwhelmed, and nobody can save Israel from those attacks. Yes, US is now, their ships are in the sea. However, these warships, they have limited capabilities, and if Iran wants to strike one of them, or even Houthis for that matter, they can do so, because these ships are completely protectionless in the sea. They find themselves in the middle of the sea where they can be coming under attack from Houthis, from Hezbollah, or even from Hamas, for that matter. So this is a very dangerous situation for US at the moment, and also for Israel. What is going to be happening in the coming days and coming hours, I should say, would be much worse for Israeli military. I will give you all the updates as I have more. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.